Hey, my name's Liz and I sell on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. And today I have a shipping video to do. So I'm filming this right after Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you know, the shopping weekend of the year after Thanksgiving. And I have 26 sales to ship out. One is a bundle, 25 on Poshmark, and one on Mercari. I had some sales before this, but then I decided on Sunday to run a 60% off sale so that I could try and get some more sales and see if people were, you know, shopping for this kind of stuff, even though it's more of a gift giving season. So I have some of it here and some of it here, and we will get going. I have my Christmas poly mailer bags that I am breaking out today. A couple sales that are a little bigger and will go in these, and then one that is going to need a box, and one that I haven't figured out what it's going in yet because it is a big hat. So I'll show you that one and figure out how to pack that up off camera. But our first sale is a tie, and we actually have 2 ties that sold today. I keep my things in storage in Ziploc bags in lettered bins. I don't ship them in them out of over 5,000 sales on Poshmark. I've had one time where something got ruined in shipping, so I'd rather save the cost of the bags and not send double plastic. So to me, I know some people do all kinds of crazy packaging. I do not, and I think that it's okay to pack how you would like on Poshmark. So this is a Vineyard Vines tie, and it has little Santas flying planes on it. And this sold for $20. So on Poshmark I made 16. And it cost me $3, so I'm happy with that for a little Christmas tie sale. Ties are so easy to store because they are so little and take up, you know, no space in my storage, but there are also only a couple pictures to photograph, and that is going to Arizona. Our next sale is actually a pair of pajama pants, and these are from a very expensive pajama line. I don't normally pick up pajama separates, but these are from the brand Desmond and Dempsey, and they are these snake print pajama pants. They retailed for something totally insane, and I've never found a set before, just separates. I found a top and pants, 2 separate top and pants. But these sold for $30, so I made 24, and I found these at the bins. So I'm happy with that profit, even though I had them listed for way more for just a pair of pajama pants. That is great with me. And these are going to North Carolina. This is our one Mercari sale, but I kind of forgot it can't go in the priority mail package, so I'm gonna have to find a different bag because it's too big for my poly mailers. But this is a Talbot's blazer, and it's this red tweed with the gold buttons, perfect for the holiday season. This sold for $30.69, which I get all of that on Mercari, and I only paid $5 for it, so that was a good sale for me. Then we have the other tie that sold today, which is kind of funny. I probably haven't sold a tie in months, but this one is by Ike Behar, I believe. It's blue and greens. It's just like a nice classic tie. I grabbed this one from the bin, so it costs, you know, like a dime or less than a quarter for sure. It sold for $10, and I made $7.05, and that's almost all profit. That one is heading to Florida. Next up, we've got a pair of leggings from Girlfriend Collective. They are, I think, the moss green color. And I really don't have the best luck with Girlfriend Collective. It sits for a long time, and I don't get as much as I think I should for it. Because I've heard other people have great luck with it. Maybe it's just dying down now, but I really have only found it a few times, and it hasn't sold great for me any of those times. So this one actually came in my 50-pound box from ThredUp that was really terrible. So I'm not sure what I paid for it technically, a few dollars, but it sold for $14 and I make $11.05. That's heading to Virginia. Next up, we have some more pajamas. So this is a New with Tags pajama set from Adore Me, and it's got the bow on the back and then the little like boy short pajama bottoms. I had found at the bins a whole big pile of Adore Me a couple months ago, so that is from that buy from the bins. These sold for $12. And I'm making $9.05, and they probably cost around $1 from the bins, so I'm okay with that. I had them listed higher, and someone actually countered my offer to them, and I just accepted it because they haven't been getting a ton of interest. A couple pairs sold right away, and then it's been a couple months since any have, so fine with me. Those are heading to Texas. I have another pair of leggings. These are from the brand Beach Riot, which is known for activewear and bathing suits. The last couple times I've found it, everything is done very well. These sat for a pretty long time. I'm going to say at least 6 months. I did make $30, or they sold for $30, so I make $21.02 on them, but I paid $12 for them since I had such good luck with them in the past. But maybe it was the color of these since they're kind of unique, or the texture of them. I'm not totally sure, but I mean, I still almost doubled my money, and these are heading to Wisconsin. We have the perfect Christmas dress, which I love when I can find great Christmas stuff, especially when I can find it out of season and wait for it to sell, because no one's looking for it in July. So you can see this pretty plaid, it's folded nicely, so I'm just gonna leave it. But this is a dress from Loft. It was New with Tags for $90. It sold for $25, so I make $20, and I paid $6 for it a few months ago. I do pick up mall brand stuff, especially Loft. I find that the quality is good, and I can usually find a stock image for it. Yeah, sometimes it's, pretty saturated on there because people are selling stuff from their own closet, but especially New with Tags. I have another New with Tag Loft thing that sold today. And that is heading to South Carolina. This is Mason. He wants to help us ship. Next is a tank top from the brand ALC. And I got this at my recent estate sale haul, which was a great video. If you haven't seen that, I definitely recommend, if you're going to watch anything on my channel, that was really some great stuff. So this is ALC. Everything from that haul I paid $12 for. This sold for $45 and I made $36. And this sold before the sale I was running. It wouldn't have been included in the sale because I think I only did everything older than 90 days. And that is heading to Austin. So for this one is the bundle sale that I had. I'm going to use a USPS tie-back mailer. These are free for you to order on their website. And this is actually 2 pairs of velvet pants. These are the first ones, and they are the brand Sabina Musave, something along those lines, and it's an Anthro brand. These I've had for so long. Both of these actually have been around for a really long time. So it's not one I would recommend grabbing, even though they're really cute. And then these are the brand Emma and Sam, which I think is kind of like a boutique brand. And they are new with tags, but these came in one of my 25-piece clothing boxes from ThredUp and have been around for, I'm gonna say probably close to 2 years. So neither of these are pieces I would recommend picking up, even though I thought they were really cute. They sold together for $22, and I make $17.60 on them, and I was happy to let them go for that. And they are heading to Texas. These have been around for a pretty long time as well. And this is a pair of vintage leather pants, and they're more of like a straight leg. They have these kind of cool little buckles on the waistband. They got quite a bit of attention on Poshmark and on Depop, but they took definitely over a year to sell. And I just don't have the best luck with leather pants, and really some vintage styles, I feel like you just need a model. Like, you need someone who can try them on, and most of the time it, is too small for me. So I feel like if I had a model or someone, if I could wear these and take a really cool picture in them, they would have sold quicker. But like the picture of them just laying on, a white background doesn't do them justice. So that's why I've kind of slowed down on picking up vintage stuff, unless it's really cool, because I just don't have the greatest luck with it. So these sold for $22. I make $17.60, and I did get them from the bins. So I'm happy with that profit, even though they took a while. And these are going to Brooklyn, which is a perfect place for them to go. And they should get them pretty quickly because I am very close to there. So next, we have another bins piece, which I am glad that a lot of what sold in the sale was bins things, because that means I still make an okay profit. This is a pair of very vintage Oshkosh overalls, and they have this little print on them. I'd grabbed these from the bins. I know that people say Oshkosh vintage does amazing. Again, not something I have had the greatest luck with, but these were adorable, so I did grab them. They only sold for $10, and I make $7.05. I had these listed for, I think, $40, and someone countered the offer I sent, and I just accepted it because these have had little to no interest in the probably 6 months I've had them, and they're going to Delaware. So someone's baby is going to look so cute in them, but I wouldn't pay up for them, at least for myself. I have a Reformation dress. And if you don't know Reformation, it's definitely a great brand to look out for, but this is one of the older tags. Their new tag is white with black writing. So this one is one I probably wouldn't really pay up for anymore. But if you find it for a good price, it's worth getting still. And I do find a lot of the times my thrift stores don't really mark Reformation up, because even though it's very expensive, the materials don't feel that great. So like, I got one at my thrift store last week for $4, because they were probably like, oh, this is just a cheap brand, because it kind of feels cheap. But their stuff is sustainably made and very expensive, so a win for us at the thrift store. But this one sold for $30. I make $24 and I paid $10 for it. And that is going to Virginia too. We have this very bright piece. And this is a vest from Beyond Yoga. And it's just like a fleece vest in this kind of neon yellow chartreuse color. I got this at the bins and was happy to find it at the bins, but I don't really pay up for Beyond Yoga anymore. I don't have very much luck selling the leggings, but I thought this piece at the bins was worth trying. If I found Beyond Yoga leggings at the bins, I would still grab them and probably take them to the buy sell trade stores because I think they would like them. I just can't move them very quickly. And then this was $25. I make $20, and like I said, it came from the bins, so that's a pretty good profit, and that is going up to Michigan. We have a pair of like trouser style pants, and these got quite wrinkly, so I think I'm gonna give them a quick steam before I ship them, so that they look a little better when they arrive to the customer, because that looks a bit messy. But these are from the bins. They sold for $10. I make $7.05, and for the most part, I only pick up Zara at the bins anymore, unless it's a really cool piece. And those are heading to Colorado. I've got the other new with tags loft piece, and this is a romper, and it's got like a big opening in the back. This was a size 20, so a great size. I did grab this to try for myself, but it was way too big for me. So I did pay $5 for it, which I wouldn't normally pay for loft, but I'll pay that for myself. So it sold for $10. I make $7.05, make my money back on it. Not a huge deal that it didn't sell for much of a profit, because if it had fit me and I wore it all summer, I would have been happy with paying $5. And then that is going to Las Vegas. Another bins piece. So this is Untuck It, which used to be an awesome brand to find. It's men's shirts, and I just don't have very much luck selling it anymore. I do still pick it up at the bins, but I don't pay up for it. This one sold for $14. This one's a linen one too, so I thought maybe it would do a little better, but $14, I make $11.05 from the bins. That's okay with me. And that is going to Texas as well. I think that's our third Texas today. So this one I'm gonna do in one of the free priority mailer padded flat rates from USPS. And this is a leather journal from Portland Leather Goods. And it's really pretty. Inside is an unused notebook. These are pretty expensive. I think it retails for $40 or $50. And I found this at the thrift store in, I don't know if your thrift stores do this, but mine will just put like random stuff in a Ziploc bag type thing and like price the whole bag for it. So this, I could see the marking on the back in one of the bags, and I think it was $2.99 for the bag, and it had some other stuff. I don't remember what it was. This was really the only thing I wanted from it, but for $2.99, was happy to pay that for one of these. It was the first time I've ever found this brand. If you come across it, they make gorgeous backpacks and purses and stuff. But this was cool to find. It sold for $16 and I make $12.80. I don't sell very much non-clothing stuff, so always fun when I have one. And this is going to Tennessee. This one is all folded up. I'm gonna leave it folded and just you should be able to see in the photos I've been putting in what this looks like. But this is a New Tags dress from the brand Baltic Born. It's the Octavia style. It's perfect for Christmas parties. It's like red, sparkly, full-length dress. So this I paid $12 for. It's sold for $50 and I make $40, and that is heading to Florida. There's also a size XL, which is great. Baltic Born is definitely a brand to keep an eye out for in the long dresses section. I wouldn't pay up for their other stuff, but their dresses are great wedding guest dresses, so people do keep an eye out for them. This is another sale from that estate sale haul, and this is a vest from Wilfred, which is from Aritzia. Their leather is all vegan leather, but it is the softest vegan leather possible. Every time I'm like, oh, this is a really high quality leather piece. Nope, it's just Aritzia's faux leather. So this sold for full price for $50. I make $40 and I paid $11 for this. So I averaged my cost. I went to 2 days of this estate sale. So one day it all came out to $11 and one day it came out to $12 for each piece. I don't know exactly what I paid for this one, but I just averaged everything. So was really happy with that profit, and it's only been like a month since I got all of that. That's heading up to Massachusetts. This is a great sale. This is a vintage Coach bag. This is the Willis style. I actually own one of these myself and then came across another one at the thrift store. I'm going to ship it in one of the Priority Mail flat rate boxes. On Poshmark, you can ship with any Priority Mail materials. You're not paying anything different for the large versus the padded flat rate or anything, so it's great for Poshmark stuff. But this, I'm gonna get some padding for it, but I just have to grab that after. But fits great in here. I paid $20 for that bag. It sold for $135 and I make $108, which makes that the best sale of the weekend. And I think I've only had that listed for about a week, and that is heading to New York City. This one was a piece of mine that is a little too small for me now. It is a sweatshirt that says classy until the game starts, from Simply Southern, and I think my mom gave it to me, but it just doesn't fit me anymore. So that is the great thing about being a reseller, is you can refresh the stuff in your closet whenever you want. This sold for $20 and I make $16. And that is going to North Carolina. This is another piece that came from a ThredUp box, and this is the brand Parker, which is not a brand I pick up. They make really nice silk stuff, but I cannot sell it for the life of me. This is a silk dress. It came in one of my DIY designer boxes. So I did pay, I think, $20 a piece for everything in that box. But I knew this one would not make that back. But it's a mystery box that's part of the risk, but you just have to hope the other stuff in the box makes up for it. It sold for $14. I make $11.05. It's heading up to Connecticut, and just happy to be making some money back off of that piece. It all just averages out in the end in the box, hopefully. got a little matching set, and this one is from the brand Surf Gypsy. It's a little skirt with a matching crop top, and it is super cute. I got this from the bins, which was amazing to find the matching set at the bins. If you're a bins shopper, you know what a feat that is. And this sold for $16, so I make $12.80. Probably paid right around $2 for this, so fine with me, especially since that is quite out of season at this point. So happy to not have to hold it for another, 6 months until it's more summertime. And that is heading to Michigan, so somebody must be going on a vacation this winter. Then this is the hat that sold. It's like one of those wide brim hats. It's actually brand new with the tags. The brand is East River Craft. It's 100% wool. I've had this for a really long time. I'm gonna say 3 years, when these were kind of more popular. I paid $5. It sold for $14, and I make $11.05. And this definitely is not something I would pick up anymore, especially for $5. Maybe if it was a really great brand, but not at that price point. So I have to find a box for this to go in, but that is heading to Connecticut. The last piece we have here is from the brand Alice and Olivia, and it is new with tags, which is why I grabbed it, because I do pick up some Alice and Olivia, but I probably would not have grabbed this one if it was not brand new. It's a little more like 2017 kind of style than currently. So it was a slower sale. It's still really cute, but it's definitely not the currently trendiest of styles. So this was $20. I make $16, and I paid $12 for it. So certainly not a great profit, but glad that it is going to a new home. And that is heading to Florida. So that is everything I'm shipping out today. Some sales really small, some like the Coach bag, great sales, but I'm just happy to be moving out this many things this weekend. It means that I have a little more space in my storage for some new things. I actually just sent a box of stuff to ThredUp that I cleared out of some of my inventory that's been there for years and just isn't getting interest. And whatever they take, and that's awesome. And whatever they don't, they will probably put in mystery boxes and whatnot. But I, gave it a shot at selling, and that's really my best way of clearancing things out besides running sales. But some stuff just doesn't sell in sales. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.